Hey there, all Dickinson Athletics fans. Red Devil Sports Network, Trevor Diamond here in our brand new RDSN space in the older version of the Kline, here with a Dickinson Athletics week in review and look ahead. Starting off with men's basketball, the Red Devils come into this week now ranked number 4 in the country on a 5-game winning streak. They will look to avenge their first conference loss when they head to Gettysburg on Wednesday. Then they will go to Ursinus on the 7th, follow it up by going to MacDonell on the 11th, and then return back to the Kline on beautiful Valentine's Day for a red-out game against current first place in the conference, Johns Hopkins. The Red Devils, of course, led by Jerry Wickstead, preseason All-American, as well as Dickinson's all-time leading scorer. He's averaging 16.6 points per game and 7.6 rebounds per game. Those both lead the team. Can't forget about Ted Hittenkamp, 63.9% field goal percentage, leads the entire Centennial Conference. Brandon Angradi averaging about 14 points per game, a deadly three-point shooter, and of course, Chris Cox, the energy man, the high flyer of this Dickinson team. It will be an exciting upcoming slate of games as they look to move up in the national rankings ahead of tournament time. Now we will go to Kienan Dixon with women's basketball.
Thanks, Trevor. I'm Kienan Dixon here for Red Devil Sports Network, talking about Dickinson women's basketball. The women's basketball team has had a tough season with plenty of close losses, including a loss to Muhlenberg College last week in Allentown, Pennsylvania. The Dickinson women's basketball team also hosted Washington College on Saturday and lost 63-45. On Wednesday, the women will travel to nearby Gettysburg, Pennsylvania for a big rivalry game. Mary Martin leads the team into the game, averaging 8.3 points a game, along with 7.3 rebounds a game. The women will return home on February 14th in the annual Red Out game against Bryn Mawr. We're ready to rock the Kline and cheer on your Red Devils.
The Dickinson men's and women's indoor track and field teams returned to competition on January the 23rd at the Collegeville Classic. Even with limited squads, the Red Devils captured 10th in the men's standings and 15th overall for women. They followed up their performance with a record-setting showing at the Bison Open at Bucknell University. Sophomore Amanda Jimkowski was named the Centennial Conference Women's Indoor Track and Field Athlete of the Week after setting a school record in the high jump, and tied for first the Bison Open at Bucknell University. She broke her own record with a jump of 1.65 meters. The Red Devils will play host to the Ducharme Invitational on Saturday, February 7th. Events begin at 10 a.m. in the Kline Center for the Red Devils' only home indoor meet of the season, so we hope to see you there to support Coach Nichter and his Red Devils. And now over to Mitchell Reynolds for a recap on Dickinson swimming.
Mitchell Reynolds with the Red Devil Sports Network talking about your Red Devil swimming team. The men and women traveled to start the second half of their season against MacDonell, taking dual wins against the Green Terror. The men were led by Alex Bennett and Sam Eaton, both taking multiple wins at the meet. The women have been led down this stretch by Caitlin Faulkner and Caroline Brennan with strong swims and wins in all 3 of their last meets. Last week, the Student Athletic Advisory Committee named junior Caitlin Faulkner and sophomore Alex Bennett the female and male Red Devil Athletes of the Week. The Red Devils return back to action Wednesday and Saturday against Gettysburg and Swarthmore. The Red Devils are in the home stretch of their season, and we wish the best of luck to Coach Paul Richards and the rest of our swimmers.
Jared Ginsburg here from RDSN, reporting on the men's squash team. This past week, the men's team traveled to New York University to have a match against them in Connecticut College. First year, Nick Straczynski had a great showing, playing 5 matches, but eventually falling in that top flight. The men's team looks to get win number 3 this weekend as they travel to Drexel University at 7 o'clock. The women's Red Devil squash team also made their way down to NYU this past week. Had a great win over number 34 ranked NYU with a 9-0 sweep. Casey Merbler, senior, and Stuart LeMay, a freshman here at Dickinson, as they both captured the first 2 flights. The team is hard at work behind me as they are also going up to Drexel this Friday to play against Drexel University and hopefully get another win for their inaugural season.
The first week of February here in Carlisle, all the Dickinson spring sports are starting up their practices. We wish luck to all of those teams in their upcoming seasons, and to all the continuing winter sports that we covered today, we wish them luck in the rest of their seasons. This is RDSN President Trevor Diamond saying thanks for joining us. We'll see you later in the season, and go Red Devils.